Good evening, and thank you for joining us at the Manatee Community Federal Credit Union Town Hall. We have a lot of valuable information for you today. Before we get started, I want to share a brief message from your credit union.
As a trusted financial partner, your credit union is here for you. As we face this unprecedented moment in our history, you can count on credit unions to keep your deposits safe and to put people first. To better ensure the safety of both our members and our employees, credit unions are offering drive-through, telephonic, and online services, with many credit unions also offering the option to restructure loans, delay payments, and provide emergency funds to ease the financial strain caused by this crisis. We encourage you to check our website for the latest updates regarding COVID-19 and how we're adapting along with you. For members that need special assistance or who have concerns about making loan payments on time, please know we're here to help in every way possible. We will get through this. Together, we always do.
As a valued member of Manatee Community Federal Credit Union, the staff here wanted to provide members with a comprehensive look at the services, personal support, and technical options available to you as the nation and our planet undergo stresses related to the COVID-19 crisis. Some of these services are long-time credit union offerings, but we have had many new services in the works for several years, just for the possibility of times like these. The president of Manatee Community Federal Credit Union, Sherrod Halliburton, a finance and credit expert, will lead us through these comprehensive services that will demonstrate options for handling problems with loans, managing credit, and all the resources available through Manatee Community Federal Credit Union. You will get great information to use from the Manatee Community Federal Credit Union staff. Tamika Birch-Moore, your Community Engagement Director, will introduce a great app for finding work in a changing economy. Tina Paradises, our Marketing Director, will assemble the questions members send in during the presentations, so don't forget to do that. And your Vice President of Member Services, Paula Santos, will be available to advise us as needed. And yours truly, I, Ralph Barnett, will serve as moderator. So let's get started with the president of Manatee Community Federal Credit Union, Sherrod Halliburton.
All right, thank you very much, Ralph. I want to thank all of our valuable members for taking the time today and joining us to participate in this town hall. This is something we want to do on a regular basis. We do recognize that our members are experiencing a lot of stress, a lot of challenges with this healthcare crisis that is quickly turning into a financial crisis. What we're committed to doing at Manatee Community Federal Credit Union is walking with you and being a partner for you as you navigate these challenging times. Let's kind of hit what we're going to discuss today. The first area we're going to focus on, we're a little bit about relief that we are going to provide you, the members, as it relates to your loans with the credit union. Next, we're going to give you some guidance on how to deal with other creditors. Thirdly, we're going to introduce tools. You may be familiar with some of these tools. You may be seeing some of these tools for the very first time, but we think it's very important for you to utilize all the tools at your disposal, including free financial counseling, to help you manage during these difficult times. As Ralph mentioned, we're going to have Tamika Birch-Moore to talk about an exciting platform that we are now introducing. That platform is called Steady. It's a way for you to supplement additional income. So if your income has been disrupted, you find yourself in a challenging situation, you definitely want to hang on and listen to what Tamika has to say, because there's some wonderful opportunities for you to generate extra money. And we will leave 20 minutes for Q&A. If you have a question as the presentation is progressing, feel free to type that question out and send it. We will assemble those questions and we will address them at the end. So we're just gonna dive in. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. The first area we wanna talk about is skip-a-pays. How can the credit union help you as a member? Most of you members know that we have offered an opportunity for you to skip April's payment on any auto loan and any personal loan with the credit union. So that's not inclusive of credit cards. So any personal loans and auto loans, individuals, as long as they were current during March, they're eligible for a skip-a-pay in April. We recognize skip-a-pay is great, but the financial disruption extends April. So we have extended an additional 2 months on top of April to allow members who have financial disruption, either themselves or in their household, to take advantage of skipping a payment. Now, we're gonna help you out by fees. We don't want you to have to experience any fees during this difficult time. And eligibility is based on past delinquencies on all loans. So if you have a disruption in income, we advise you to just move forward and apply. And if there are any issues, you will be notified. It's important for you to go ahead and apply by April 30th. And this is something that we think is important. We know that we have members struggling at this time, and we don't want paying the credit union to add to your stress. So we're committed to helping you out there. Now, we do recognize that many of our members have creditors outside of the credit union. It could be your landlord, it could be your mortgage provider, it could be any other type of loan. So what do you do if you have a disruption in income, not only for Manatee Community Federal Credit Union, but any of your other creditors? First and foremost, read all communications that come from your creditors. I know that sometimes we get an email from our creditor, we get a letter from our creditor, we choose not to open it, we think we know what it is, it's just excess material. During this time, it's imperative that you read all communications, email statements, as well as letters. Also, with your creditors, if you have a disruption in call them. Do not assume that your landlord is just going to immediately understand why you did not pay the rent. If you have a disruption in income, contact your landlord, contact the creditor in advance, let them know your situation, go through whatever process they require in order to get some relief. But you can't assume that the relief is just going to come automatically. You need to call them in advance and work through that. Now, once you've reached out to a creditor, if you've signed an agreement allowing you to skip or forego payments, you need to understand that agreement. What happens to the interest that is being accrued during that time? If you're skipping 3 months of payments, what happens to the interest rate 3 months? Is it added on to the end of the loan? Is it forgiven? Is there a balloon payment requirement? All of those things you need to make sure you understand when you sign that agreement. And the most important part of that agreement, always honor the agreement. If you make a commitment to paying $10 a week, pay $10 a week. Do not pay $9 a week. If the agreement is $10, the payment needs to be $10, not $9.99. So it's very important that any agreement that you enter into, you honor that agreement completely. Now, let's talk about the tools that we have at our disposal. We're dealing with a moment in time that is unprecedented. The closest thing that we have as a guide is the flu in 1917. And that flu did not have the financial disruptions that this COVID-19 has. So your credit is important. Whether you have great credit or just okay credit, it's important to maintain your credit during this difficult time. And if at all possible, is to grow your credit. Now, Ralph shared a little bit of my background. I've worked 22 years in finance and community development and credit. 5 of those years was working in management at Equifax. And I am here to tell you, the stories I've seen from people who have a need, maybe they're trying to pay for their daughter's wedding, or maybe they're trying to get a car, or maybe they're trying to do something important, pay for their children's education. Challenges with your credit report will put a damper on all of those desires. I know it can be frustrating if you have a less than desirable score, but let's start today. Let's understand that score, and then let's do everything that we can do to improve that score. Your credit is going to determine whether you gain access to credit and at what rate. So if you have a disruption in income, being able to gain access to money because rent is due on Monday, you don't get paid till Friday, is so very important. So your credit is going to be an important thing. And we here at the credit union, we want to be available to you. So we want to help you build your credit. And in doing that, we've developed an online platform that is only available to members at Manatee Community Federal Credit Union. And that online platform is called Credit Connect Now. And why did we finish this with now? Because it's important to gain control over your credit now. Now, Credit Connect Now consists of a financial resource center and a whole host of other resources, and we'll go through those one at a time. Now, what you will receive with that Credit Connect Now financial platform, you'll gain access to our incredible program, Financial Checkup. I'll share a little bit more about that later. You will gain access to webinars on any topic that you may be interested in at your own pace. There are a lot of financial education tools that are available online, and there is a credit module called Credit Sense so that you can understand your credit completely. There is Balance Track, which is going to give you a lot of tools, workshops, worksheets, things of that nature to help you understand it. And the jewel is free financial counseling services. That's FREE, financial counseling services. So if you're trying to understand your finances, if you're trying to negotiate with your creditors, great to have a professional that is paid for by the credit union helping you to navigate all those things. It's all hands on deck time, and we want to be there helping you with an extended hand. Now, part of Credit Connect Now is our Balance platform. Balance is going to provide you with a lot of resources, and the most significant resource is free financial counseling. That includes your own financial coach hotline. Certified counselors are available. Money management counseling. So if you need to, get a little insight into how to manage your money. Credit report review. You want someone to talk through what your credit report actually means and what you could do to improve it. Home purchase education. You're thinking you might purchase a home in a couple years. So what you have to do to start preparing yourself. Free counselors at your disposal. Foreclosure prevention counseling. So if you are contemplating foreclosure, call Balance, talk to a counselor, see if they can help you. Identity theft solutions. Identity theft is a major problem, people, and we have resources to help you navigate that as well. And if you find that you are just over your head and you need some options by way of debt repayment, Balance will provide counselors that will negotiate with all your creditors on your behalf. These are incredible resources, folks, and these resources are free to you as a member of Manatee Community Federal Credit Union. We built these resources because we understand that it's important for us to build the financial capacity of our membership. Contrary to popular belief, financial institutions do like to loan money. Unfortunately, we are regulated and we can only loan money to people who qualify. And that is people who have the ability and willingness to pay those loans back. We want to help you get there. If you're not able to qualify for everything that you want today, we want to be your partner to help you get there. So whether your credit score is 500 or 800, we're here to help you. So take a moment, write down this counseling number, 888-456-2227. You can get this number on our website. Click on Credit Connect Now and go to the Balance tab. But this number is an important number for you if you are looking to get help to understand your situation. Now, I want to talk about a wonderful offering that we have, and we've had this offering for a little less than a year. And some members have taken advantage of it, but a lot of our members have not taken advantage of it. And that product is called Credit Sense. Imagine having a resource that refreshes every day. Update your credit score every day with detailed information on what makes up your credit score, what you can do to improve your credit, what you've done that hurt your credit. In the comfort of your own home. No need to be uncomfortable, no need to be embarrassed, no need to get misinformation. This resource is incredible, and I'm going to just walk you through 3 quick videos that will introduce the resource. The first video is just going to be a summary of what Credit Sense has to offer.
Once you've signed up for our free credit score service, checking your credit score is easy as checking an account balance. Whether you're at home on the couch, at the office, or on the go. Simply log in, then click to see your score. Credit score displays your current rating, current score, and how your score compares to other scores in your neighborhood. Selecting a letter grade displays the details behind what's affecting your score and actions you can take to improve it. Monitoring is where you activate your credit alerts. Simply turn it on to receive notifications through email. Notifications include recent changes in your report, newly opened accounts, credit inquiries, and late payments. Credit Report displays the type of information credit reporting agencies provide to lenders, including your summary, related accounts, inquiries, and public records. If you'd like, this report can be downloaded as a multi-page PDF. Credit Cards display special offers based on your current score. Auto loans and personal loans display special offers based on your current score. Simply refine your calculations to see your savings, then apply right from here. Your Money offers a wealth of information regarding financial literacy. And finally, Settings is where you manage your profile information. Do you know your score? You will. It's just one more way we're helping you stay in control of your finances.
Folks, so that's just an overview of our Credit Sense product. And I know technology is a little scary. You know, as we get older, who likes to experiment with new things? The older we get, the less inclined we are to try new things. However, folks, this is something to help you. This is something that can take the mystery out of understanding your credit. It was amazing when I worked at Equifax, the misinformation that people had about credit. It was amazing that people took credit advice from their mechanic. It was amazing that people took credit advice from people who knew nothing about credit. And when you ask those people, what's your credit score? They would say, I don't know. And when you ask those people, makes up your credit score, they would say, I don't know. In today's world, you have to know. And so we're here. So please don't be intimidated by this. We're here to help you. either one of our staffers or one of our financial counselors will help you to understand this product. Now, I gave you the overview. Let's talk a little bit about how the credit score portion works.
Credit score displays an at-a-glance view of your current credit score, along with letter grades for the different categories that affect your score. Below, you'll see a recap of what's changed, your score history, and a breakdown of the positive and negative influences affecting your score. Selecting a letter grade displays the details behind the grade, including histories or other related information. If there's room for improvement, it also offers actions you might consider taking to help improve your grade. Categories that influence your credit score include payment history, credit usage, total balances, credit age, and recent credit. Monitoring is where you activate your credit alerts. Simply turn it on to receive notifications through email. Notifications include recent changes in your report, newly opened accounts, credit inquiries, and late payments. Finally, Accounts offers a simple overview of your current loans and credit cards.
All right. Now, the last video is going to talk about your credit report. So let's kind of take a look at that.
Credit report displays a breakdown of the specific information used in calculating your score, including an at-a-glance summary, related accounts, inquiries, and public records. Summary includes your account information, name on file, recent addresses, and employment history. Accounts displays your consumer loans, revolving credit, and home loans. You'll see the date each account was created, its status, and the account's current balance. It also offers an at-a-glance view of the loan's percentage that has been paid, or your credit utilization. Selecting an account displays its details and payment history. Inquiries displays your recent credit inquiries, including the date of the inquiry. These inquiries usually coincide with applications for new loans or credit cards, but may also come from companies you've requested services with, such as your utility company or potential employers performing background checks. Public records displays various public documents influencing your score, including bankruptcies, civil judgments, and tax liens. And Download creates a printer-friendly snapshot of your report that's easily downloaded to your device. Finally, if an error or inaccuracy is found in your report, you're offered a link to help you file a dispute. Since inaccurate information can lower your credit score or indicate fraudulent activity, we recommend monitoring your credit score regularly and dispute potential inaccuracies as soon as they're spotted.
That is a wonderful offering. Many of you, perhaps in the past, checked your credit through a variety of sources online, maybe Credit Karma, maybe Credit Sesame. There's a saying that we have in the business, and that is, if the service that you're accessing online is free, then you are the product. And what is meant by that is when you're out there accessing these free services on the internet, the platform is capturing your information and making your information available to creditors, and those creditors are inundating you with offers. This may sound like a good thing, but it really isn't. You know, putting yourself in position where you're inundated with all these different offers without the information about what is a good offer is not a good place to be. So with our Credit Sense product, you no longer have to do that. You can log on to your mobility app, or you can log on to your home banking platform, and you can access that information utilizing your credit union. And you'll be able to, with that app, determine when you qualify for different products that you're interested in. So again, that's something that we can help you with if you need additional help, or that's something you can reach out and have a financial counselor help you with. There's no need to do this alone, people. Now, that's just one piece of the pie. The other piece is it's important to have a financial checkup. And given what's happening today with our health, it becomes even more important. There are people walking around today who don't know that they have underlying medical issues. Those individuals, once exposed to the virus, they find themselves extremely sick, and some of them even pass away. Had they had a physical checkup, they would understand their circumstances, they would treat their circumstances, they would avoid putting themselves in risky situations. Have you had a financial checkup? Let's talk about what that financial checkup might look like.
Hi, I'm Jean Chatzky, and this is your Savvy Money Minute. Hi, I'm Jean Chatzky, and this is your Savvy Money Minute. Once a year, you go to the doctor for a checkup. Twice a year, your dentist sees you for a cleaning. And your scale? Well, it sees you every morning. But when was the last time you had a financial physical? Without one, you may not know if you're financially healthy, if you've saved enough for retirement or to pay down your debts. Take Dave, a good job, a $60,000 salary, but he is not saving enough, and his credit card debt, way too big. Here's what his financial physical said. If he trimmed his spending, he could double the $200 he's paying monthly to the credit card company. Result? Dave would be debt-free in half the time. And if Dave then started saving the money he was sending to the credit card company, much healthier. So if you're not a financial doctor, get a financial checkup by clicking on the Savvy Money Start button listed here. Soon, you'll be on the road to a financially healthy tomorrow.
And I have to tell you, no one likes checkups. Checkups can save your life. Checkups can save your physical life as well as your financial life. So we've talked about, Jean talked about this financial checkup. It looks all nice and neat. How do we get there? I'm going to walk you through how you're able to perform a financial checkup. Within our Credit Connect Now online resource center, you'll be able to access a tab that will walk you through these steps. The first step that you're going to walk through during your financial checkup, we need to know a little bit about you. This entire checkup is going to take you about 15 minutes. So 15 minutes, you're going to concentrate, share information, and then you'll get the results of that, and you will have a clearer position, a clearer understanding of your financial position. We're going to capture information about, are you male, female, what's your age, what's your primary financial institution, what's your immediate goals? Do you want to refinance existing loans? Do you want to create a budget? Do you want to just understand your finances? Whatever your goal may be. We're going to ask you about your credit score, and you'll be able to get that score from the Credit Sense module. And an important question is, how do you pay your debts? Do you pay all of your credit card balances off in full? Do you pay just the minimum? Or are you not even able to make the minimum payment? Whatever that answer is going to dictate your financial situation. Now, the next part of the checkup is just capturing your income. Your primary income, if you have any rental income, if you get bonuses on your job, if you have a second job, above will help you to determine how much money is coming into your household. Next is how much money is going out of the household. So let's look at your debts. You know, your auto loan, how much is outstanding? This is all information you can get from the Credit Sense module, so you won't have to search too far to find the information. It'll tell you how much you owe on your auto loan. It'll give you all the information you need to fill this out, from auto loan, credit card, student loan, personal loan, mortgage, anything of that nature. Then we're going to look at your expenses. How much are you paying in housing? Do you have a mortgage? Are you paying rent, taxes, insurance, electricity, water, gas? They're just going to look at transportation. It's going to look at your living expenses. Are you saving any money? And where are you spending other money? Once you've entered that information, now you're ready for your results. And so based on the information that we've entered, the first thing that Financial Checkup is going to look at is your revolving debt ratio. Why is that important? Creditors do not want to extend money to people who are drowning in credit card debt. That's such a big deal. I'm going to say it again. Creditors do not want to loan money to people who are drowning in credit card debt. So this tool will take a look at your revolving debt ratio. As you can see, based on the information we entered, this person's in a healthy place. If they were not, they can simply click on this button and it'll give them strategies on how they can rectify that problem. Next is debt to income ratio. That's very important. That is something that our team looks at in determining whether they're going to extend credit to you. And as you can see, if you're in the green, you're in good shape. So we're at 12%, that's great. 35%, we're still looking good. At 40%, it turns yellow. That means, you know, you're getting a little overextended. When it gets red, that means creditors will not extend additional money. So you want to make sure you stay in the green. You want to make sure that your debt to income is 40% or lower. And if you are struggling with that, click on Learn How to Fix It, and it'll provide you with some tools on how to. Next, you entered you responded to the questions, you entered information. It populates a full budget for you. It's going to look at what you spend in mortgage and housing, and it's going to see if you are in the proper range. If you're spending more than 30 to 40% of your income on housing, that's a problem. You need to make an adjustment. It's going to do the same thing with transportation. You should limit your transportation expense. That's your auto, that's your gas, that's your repairs. You should limit that to 15% of your total pre-tax income. If you're paying over 15%, that means you're paying too much for your transportation costs. It's going to do the same thing with living expenses. You need to keep those expenses in the 35 to 45% range. It's going to do the same thing with credit cards and savings. And if you click View Your Customized Budget, it will give you a full-blown related. So simply by answering questions, you create your own budget. And then you can decide if you need to make adjustments to that budget. But it's a tool, doesn't help you if you don't use it. The next part of that analysis is it's going to take a look at your credit score, and it's going to let you know if you are in a healthy place. This particular person credit score is in the high 600s, and there are people who think that's a good score. If your credit score is below 700, you need to do a lot of work. If your credit score is in the low 700s, you need to maintain that and perhaps try and grow it a little bit more. So 600 scores are not good scores. 600 scores cost you a lot of money. Instead of being able to get your auto at 2.9%, maybe you're getting your auto at 9%, or heaven forbid at 15 or 18%. That makes a tremendous difference in how much of an auto loan you can afford. It also makes a difference in what you pay for insurance. Individuals with poor credit, they have to pay deposits on utilities. They have to pay deposits when they move into properties. They have to pay first and last. Some of those requirements are not as strict when you have a solid credit score. So I'm here to tell you, credit does make a tremendous difference. And I do want to make the distinction between credit and debt, because you hear credit and you think, oh, well, I don't want a whole bunch of credit. Yes, you do. You want as much credit as people will offer you. What you don't want is a whole bunch of debt. So let's talk about the difference between credit and debt. Credit is how much money a financial institution will make available to you. They will loan you $50,000. Debt is the fact that you use $5,000 of the $50,000. If you're using a small portion of the credit that is made available to you, the interesting thing that will happen is that creditor will extend you more credit. And when people see that you're using a small percentage of your credit, other creditors will extend offers to you, and they will extend offers at the best rates available. Credit does make a difference, folks. For those of you who have one $500 credit card and you always carry $499 on it, well, no one's ever going to raise that limit beyond $500. If you show some discipline, that limit can be raised to $1,000. Perhaps you can go out and get another credit card, and before you know it, you have real capacity. Understand the difference between debt and, I'll say it as simply as I can, folks. Credit good, debt bad. The financial checkup gives you some insight into your particular situation. So it's going to give you some tips based on your state of life. You know, it's going to let you know what you should be doing by way of housing and your finances based on your age. And if you need more information to understand this, you can click contact your credit union and reach out to one of our member service reps. You can reach out to our director of community engagement, or better yet, you can reach out to a financial counselor at Balance, and they've been trained to help walk you through all these resources. It's a wonderful resource, folks. There are people with relationships with financial institutions all over this country that do not have access to these tools. Please take advantage of these tools. It will make a difference in your life. Now, we talked about all the different ways we can help you manage your finances, but at the end of the day, if there is more money going out than is coming in, we got a problem. And with that being said, we've gone further and we are introducing a platform. That platform is called Steady, and that platform will provide you access to jobs to supplement your income, fit into your schedule, and all the like. I'm not going to steal her thunder. I'm going to turn it over to Tamika Birch-Moore, and she's going to give you more details about this new platform that we are offering to our beloved members.
Well, thank you, Sherrod, for that introduction, and thank you for not stealing my thunder. So Steady is exactly what it says, a simple means to earn an additional income. With Steady, you can quickly find listings for part-time, hourly, full-time, and stay-at-home jobs that fit your schedule. Some of these jobs range from food delivery, such as Instacart, DoorDash, and Uber Eats, and stay-at-home jobs, such as freelance projects, remote tutors, and telehealth agents, and more. Steady also has a variety of tools that you can use to help achieve your financial goals and track the extra income that you earn. Now, Steady is a downloadable app from the App Store or the Google Play Store. Once you download the app, you'll complete your profile and then enter your zip code. Once you enter that zip code, it'll list a variety of jobs to search through. And once you select the job that caters to your skill set or your interest, fill out that application and then submit it. Other features within the Steady app include a tracking mechanism where you can track your earnings and monitor your activity. They also have a feature called Income Boosters, which allows you to earn bonus cash right into your account. For instance, your first delivery with Instacart, they'll give you a cash bonus. It's a really great program, a really great tool and resource. Again, this resource is free to our members, it's free to you, and using Steady could be the difference between making a car payment, defaulting on a loan, or even keeping food on the table. If you've had a disruption in your income during the difficult time, I would encourage you to give Steady a try. One of the other perks that Steady is doing in an effort to support their members during the COVID-19 crisis, they've put together a program called Steady Together. This program is offering all the Steady members cash grants between $2,000 to $1,000 to all of their members who have identifiable income drops due to the crisis. So that's another perk with Steady. It's a really great platform. I encourage you to check it out, give it a try, download the app, and keep in touch with us and let us know how it's going for you. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Sherrod.
Thank you so very much, Tamika. Folks, we're doing challenging times. In challenging times, we have to get serious about how we manage our physical lives, how we manage our financial lives. And we want to help you to succeed, because if you succeed, we succeed. I just want to briefly go through the area we talked about the relief that we provide through our Skipper Pays. We talked about dealing with creditors. We talked about our Credit Connect Now platform. We talked about Steady. And now we're going to move to our Q&A. So I hope we have some really good questions. I'm going to turn this over to Ralph.
Well, that was a comprehensive presentation of information which all members will find useful. For any points that require more explanation or further inquiry, you can send in your questions, which our staff can address. And some of you have already been sending those questions in, which Tina has been compiling. And Tina, how are the questions shaping up?
Yes, hi everybody. We've gotten a couple in, so don't be shy. If anything's catching your attention, please write your question down for us. One of the questions that we just got is, how do we get access to the credit assistance help? And I'm assuming this is regarding the Credit Connect Now and the tools that are provided.
Okay, if you go to our website, there's a tab that is called Credit Connect Now. On that page, it will list all the different resources that are available to you. And to get access to credit counseling, you would need to click on the Balance tab. And the Balance tab will open up and provide you with a wealth of information. It will provide you with a wealth of information, including telephone number for counselors. So you can call 888-456-2227 and talk to a counselor, share with them that you're a member of Manatee Community Federal Credit Union, and they will walk you through the process to get started with your free financial counseling.
Thank you, Marta, for that question. Sherrod, if we could go back to Skipper Pay, there's a question regarding the concern about any delinquent accounts.
Okay.
Payments, I'm sorry.
I'm going to punt to our Vice President of Member Services and let her talk about Skipper Pays and the request for Skipper Pay. What?
Hi, this is Paula. Right now, we're taking Skipper Pays for April, May, and June. We'll take each one on a case-by-case, depending on the delinquency, but it is looked at. So go ahead, regardless of if you've had any late payments or not, go ahead and apply, and we'll look at that. And if there's any concerns or questions, we will contact you via email or phone number, and we'll discuss it with you.
And understand this, we are searching for ways to help you. So we're not looking for ways to exclude you from this offering. We're looking for ways to include you in this offering. So we welcome members who have been very good members and for the most part pay their bills as agreed, who are now experiencing disruption, we welcome you to take advantage of the skip a payment. And it doesn't have to just be your income. It could be anyone in your household. Because if you and your spouse are collectively paying bills, if your spouse's income is gone, that's going to affect your ability to pay your bills. So we're here. We want to help you. We don't want to add more stress during this stressful time. Thank you, Paula.
Okay, I've got a question about the financial checkup. Who can see or access that information, the 15-minute budget? Will Manatee community have access to that information?
No, that is a private resource. When you fill out your financial checkup, it's going to give you a user ID code. If you want a financial counselor to be able to talk to you about these results, you provide them with your code, they can pull the information up, and then they can talk to you about it at that time. If you do not want anyone else to see this information, they will not. So if you're working with a member at the credit union and you think it's helpful for them to understand your situation, provide them with the code, they can pull up your information and they can talk intelligently to you about it. You can contact our financial counselor, provide them with the reuser ID, and then they can talk to you about it. If you don't share that ID, no one will have access to the information. It is private.
Okay. How much does it cost for credit sets, the credit check?
Well, for our members, the price is $0. The union pays to make that service available to its members, but we feel that that is money well spent. But for you, the members, you can all of these services that we've talked about, including the financial counseling, no cost to yourself.
And just a follow-up question to that is, will anybody be able to see that information, or is that private to the member? Or does the credit union have access to my credit score?
The information through CreditSense is secure and private. The credit union does not have access to that. If you're applying for a loan through the credit union, we will pull your credit through TransUnion. It will have nothing to do with the resource that you are utilizing CreditSense, other than it's going to be the same score and the same information. So no, it's completely private. We do not have access to it. Our financial counselors do not have access to it. You're the only one that will have access to that information.
And one last question, unless we get some more in. Regarding the advice on talking to our creditors, the bill collectors that are calling in, basically, how do I determine what's the, if I can't pay all my bills right now, who should I be paying?
Okay, I would recommend, that's a very good question. I would recommend reach out to our financial counselors. They can help you navigate that. But from my perspective, I think it's important to keep a roof over your head and to be able to get back and forth to work and to, any places that you have to go. So you have to look at protecting your housing. You have to look at protecting your automobile. Now, before you just decide to not pay, call the creditor. The creditor may say it's okay. The credit union may say it's okay to skip your auto payment. Your landlord is okay to skip your April rent or your May rent. So first and foremost, communication is the most important consideration. Do not run. Call the creditor. And once you've called the creditor, you've worked out who is willing to allow you to go into forbearance, who's requiring the money right away. Then I would reach out to our financial counseling service to see if they can help you navigate your personal finances.
Okay, and we have 2 more questions that have come in. How soon is all the programs accessible?
Everything that we've talked to you about today is available online through our website today.
And if we have already been working on our credit, does Manatee Community offer rapid rescore?
We do not offer rapid rescore, but we offer strategies to help grow your credit score. So no, we don't offer a rapid rescore, but as your credit score grows and you are ready to, one of the wonderful things about this product, the Credit Sense product, you can check on offerings and you can see when you qualify for a loan. You can click on the auto loan and it'll let you know what interest rate you qualify for. So I say use these tools. They'll give you the information they need to understand your circumstances, and you'll just become familiar with your circumstances. And our Credit Sense module, it refreshes daily. So as soon as a creditor sends information in, it refreshes. So if you miss a payment, as soon as that creditor sends that information in, you're gonna see your credit score go down. If you're making all your payments as agreed and doing positive things, you'll see your credit score go up.
We still have about 7 minutes, so if anyone else has any other questions, feel free to type them in so we can answer them. No question is a stupid question, of course. We'd love to hear from you. Also, I think it's important that if anyone is struggling trying to find these tools or needs help, please feel free to reach out to us. You can email us, call us. There's also a chat button feature on the website that's during business hours. There's a live staff member staffing those chats, so we can answer that for you.
I mean, we here at Manatee Community Federal Credit Union, we're what's called a community development financial institution. We are here to help build the financial capacity of individuals who may have challenges. That is a major part of who we are and what we do. But it's important for you as the member to take advantage of those resources. I don't want you to only have a $500 credit card. I want you to have a $10,000 credit card. I'm willing to give you the roadmap as to how to get there. We will do our part. It's important for you to do your part. And if you do your part, you will always have a strong financial partner in the credit union. We will be there for all of those wonderful moments, big and small. So if there are no other questions, I want to thank everyone for taking time out of their busy schedules. I know there's a lot of things we could be doing from 7 to 8 p.m. We could be eating dinner. We could be spending time with our family. I want to thank you for taking time to explore your personal finances, and we're here for you. What we want to do is do these virtual townhouses on a regular basis. So if you think this was good information, tell a friend. Tell a friend, talk it up. We need people to know about all these wonderful resources, so we need your help. And if there are no other questions, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. We will make this broadcast available on demand. You will receive an email when it is available on demand. And Tina, are we going to send information out to people for the poll? Is that something we'll do after the fact?
I'm hoping our attendees can see the poll. I don't see it, which is a questionnaire asking, there it is. There's a feedback poll that just popped up. So we hope that you'll answer that for us and give us some ideas on what you'd like to see for future virtual town halls that we'll be conducting.
Yes, and as a matter of fact, we will be having additional town halls, and people should look for the notices in their inboxes.
Yep.
All right. So thank you again for joining us for Manatee Community Federal Credit Union's first of many town halls. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
Thanks, Sherrod.